When it comes to precision woodwork, everything starts here. I've found that properly milling lumber from this to this is the foundation for joinery and clean furniture builds.
Hi, I'm Sean, and I've been woodworking for over 20 years, and I'm also a mechanical engineer. These are a series of short videos focusing on one subject and showing techniques that I've refined over many years. I'd love to also hear your techniques and your methods, so please share them in the comments below.
I'll be using the jointer, planer, and table saw, which is why the first video in this series covered tuning these three machines. The goal is simple: square boards that are flat, consistent in thickness, and ready for precision woodwork. First, I flatten one face on the jointer. This gives me a true reference surface. Here's a tip: break down your lumber into smaller pieces if possible. You don't have to take off as much if your lumber is warped, and it saves a lot of thickness. By cutting the top board in half, I reduce the amount of material I have to remove to get this board flat. Next, I joint one edge, keeping the newly flattened face tightly to the fence. Now I have two square surfaces to each other, and I always check for square. With one flat face, I move to the planer. The planer references that flat surface and makes the opposite face parallel. I keep feeding until I reach my target thickness. Here are 3 tips. Take lighter passes as you get closer to the target thickness. This will leave a nicer finish and reduce any snipe. Number 2, follow each board with another. Only the last board will have snipe if it occurs. And number 3, if your parts are small enough, you can put them through diagonally, and this will help to also reduce snipe. Now I rip the boards to final width on the table saw, referencing the jointed edge against the fence. And finally, I cut the boards to length. I use either a miter gauge or my sled, and now the pieces are flat, straight, and square on all sides. And here's a pro tip: don't mill it to final thickness and width just yet. Mill in stages. Sticker the freshly milled lumber and let it sit overnight. Come back the next day and mill it again if it's warped or cupped. I resawed these boards, so they're warped pretty badly. I'll mill them in stages to get to this. Milling is the first step towards precision joinery, whether you're making furniture, Kumiko panels, or traditional Japanese joinery. If this was helpful, remember to like and subscribe, and check out my next video on box joints. And let me know in the comments how you mill rough lumber. Do you have a different process or favorite tips? I'd love to hear how you do it.